Milo was the kind of kid who always stayed up a little too late, not because he wanted to cause trouble, but because his imagination never seemed to sleep. One night, while staring out of his bedroom window, he noticed a strange flickering light behind the old oak tree in his backyard. It wasn't fireflies. It wasn't a flashlight. It was something bluish, swirly, and floating. Milo grabbed his slippers and tiptoed outside. The moment he passed under the oak tree, the light darted away like it wanted him to follow. Milo chased it through the tall grass until it drifted into a tiny wooden door he had never seen before. A door set right into the trunk of a tree. Milo blinked. Trees didn't have doors. At least, not normally. He gently pushed it, and the door swung open to reveal a winding staircase spiraling underground, glowing with soft silver lanterns. Milo swallowed hard, but curiosity tugged him forward. At the bottom, he found a massive workshop buzzing with activity. Tiny creatures, no taller than his knee, zipped around with shiny tools. One polished the stars that would soon sparkle in the sky. Another patched up torn clouds. A group was repainting the moon's surface with glowing silver paint. These were the Midnight Makers, the magical workers who fixed the world while everyone slept. Milo's jaw dropped. "Whoa," he whispered. The nearest maker, wearing tiny goggles and holding a glowing wrench, looked up in surprise. "A human boy? Down here? That's unusual." Before Milo could respond, an alarm rang loudly. The makers froze. The head maker, a wise-looking creature with a crystal beard, hurried forward. "The night engine is failing," he shouted. Milo looked at the enormous machine at the center of the workshop. It powered the stars, the moonlight, even dreams themselves. Now it sputtered, sending sparks everywhere. "We need someone tall enough to reach the main switch," one maker yelled. The others panicked, running in circles. Milo didn't think, he just ran toward the machine. Smoke puffed out, gears rattled, and the lights dimmed. He climbed up the side railing, stretched as far as he could, and flipped the glowing blue switch. The machine steadied for a moment. The sparks stopped. Everyone cheered. But just as Milo climbed down, the crystal lights flickered again. The head maker rushed to Milo. The switch was only the start. Something bigger is happening. The heart of night, the core crystal that powers everything, has cracked. Milo's stomach twisted. "Cracked? How?" "A shadow moth must have gotten inside," the maker whispered. "They feed on light. If the heart of night breaks completely, the world will fall into endless darkness." Milo knew he had to help. The head maker handed him a small lantern containing a golden firefly. "This firefly will guide you. You must reach the heart chamber and stop the shadow moth." Milo nodded nervously, feeling braver than he actually was. The firefly floated ahead, lighting a narrow tunnel. Milo followed it through twisting paths until they reached a dome-shaped chamber filled with floating lights. In the center sat the heart of night, a giant glowing crystal, but now it pulsed weakly, a long crack down its center. Near it, a twitching dark shape hissed. The shadow moth. Its wings were made of smoke, and its eyes glowed red. The creature lunged at Milo, but the firefly darted in front of him, glowing brighter than ever. The shadow moth hissed and backed away. Milo looked around desperately for anything that could help. Then he remembered something the makers said. Only light can defeat what feeds on darkness. Milo grabbed the glowing lantern, lifted it high, and opened the lid. The firefly shot upward, growing brighter, until the whole chamber glowed gold. The shadow moth screeched and dissolved into tiny harmless specks of dust. The moment it vanished, the gold light wrapped around the cracked crystal, melting into it like warm sunlight. The crack sealed itself. The heart of night brightened beautifully, filling the chamber with the soft light of 1,000 stars. Milo sighed in relief. Before he knew it, the makers rushed in, cheering, lifting him up like a hero. "You saved the night. You saved the world. Can you come back tomorrow?" Milo laughed. "If the tree door lets me." The head maker patted his hand gently. "It will. Heroes are always welcome." After walking him back to the tree door, they waved as he climbed the stairs. Milo stepped out into the backyard just as dawn's first light appeared. He slipped back into bed, heart pounding with the memory of everything he had done. When his mom woke him in the morning, Milo smiled sleepily. "Crazy dream?" she asked. Milo grinned. "Something like that." But when he reached into his pocket, he found a tiny silver gear. glowing softly. Proof that the Midnight Makers were real, and that adventures sometimes begin when you least expect them.